Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery. I have a gallery wrapped 8" by 8" canvas, a tray wrapped in cling wrap, sticky paper, whatever it is, with snowmen on it. Always makes my food look like mold, so better in the studio. All of these colors have 3/4 deep base, probably the wrong stuff. It probably had some tint in it, I don't know, and 1/4 polyacrylic, and they sat here for 6 months. These were meant to be bloom paints. So I'm going to tell you right now that I saw Tammy Anderson's video the other day where she made a change to the recipe, and maybe that would help more people than just me, but I'm not really remembering exactly what it was. So Tammy, if you're watching, let me know. Otherwise I'm going to have to go back and look for it. I think I bookmarked the video. In any case, I'm going to do whatever it takes with some regular latex white semi-gloss house paint as a pillow paint base, because that's what I remember when I was doing this. And I'm going to move most of the rest of my paints out of the way if I can. Ouch, that hurt. I just pinched my finger in that cap. So I'm going to take these and put them down, hopefully. Yes, there is actually room. And move this into position. And that's tippy. What can I put under there? I can't put that under there. That's too tall. I should have thought about this in advance. Okay, well, we're going to be tippy then. Now I probably could have added a little water to this to make it flow better. And I do expect to get a little messy. And I do have an airbrush handy, and my blow dryer is on, so if I want to use that, I can do that. And I'm going to try and do what I used to do, is just play. So I'm not sure this is as much for instructional purposes as it is for entertainment value. I'm not even sure what these colors are. I know that a lot of them were mica colors. And I know that when people do this, who do it more often than I do, they most generally put the colors right over each other. But since I don't do things like anyone else does, you can't really expect that to happen now. And I do have some Amsterdam white, which might be helpful in making some cells. I also have Cell Activator, which is, I believe, a black golden, it's a golden product. It's carbon black with 3/4 Floetrol mixed into it, and maybe even a little bit of wood conditioner. Do not use my recipe unless I put it under the video. You can always check under the video to see if it's there. I am going to use, I know this is Purple Flash. This is the one I do know. This is my favorite color, really. And that looked like it was very Floetrol-y. Anyway, so we got plenty of that. I'm going to try my Cell Activator. Am I going to blow it out first? No, I'm going to try my Cell Activator. And maybe, I've never used my airbrush on this before. No matter what happens, I'll be making the best of it, probably adding some more colors. Whoops. That's kind of fun. Probably not the right thing to do. This is a pretty neat airbrush. I think it came from a local Tractor Supply or something. So I do want to actually hit this with a torch, even though you're never supposed to do that. So I'm like breaking all the rules, and like I said, strictly for entertainment value. I see that bubble there, and that one can go. I do see some cells. I might be tempted to go ahead and do a little more. What other color would I put in there? I kind of love that purple. Let's just do that. Oh, I want to play so much with that Amsterdam white. Well, there's really no rules right now, so why could I not do that? Just because I can, the name of my first book on the Amazon link. And because I have the Amsterdam white all mixed up. It is not a bloom recipe mix. And I may swipe things. I'm very inclined to swipe things. For right now, I'm going to go back to putting some cell activator on that spot that's looking very bad. And grab my straw, because that's probably a better tool for me right now. We don't know what this is going to be, but I got great stills where I can't keep them. I really wonder if I can keep some of this paint and put it back on. Because I'd like to try putting some back on. And I do it in other ways, and if I put it back on here, then I might be able to keep my cells that I like. Who knows, I might accidentally discover a whole new way of doing this. Well, I've got cells, but they're over here, and that's all they are. They're just over there. I do want to use my edge catcher, my other edge catcher, but maybe I should try. I have never been particularly good at following all the way through on everybody else's instructions, but I love my colors, so I'm not really going to complain much. I am going to catch my paint because I can. Might also try that. Yes, I did. I tried that. I got paint to stick to the side of the canvas. Woo! I know, I'm a little giddy. It's been, like I said, a very, very long time since I did this. I kind of want to start with what I've got in the background and then go back and add more colors. And I want to just keep sticking blobs of paint from my edge catcher right into the canvas. Can I scrape it back on? I never tried that before. Oh, I missed my tray. Oh well. I kind of am liking what I'm getting, but there's not a lot of cells. I've got really subtle white cells over here. And I know I can pick up paint. And I think I will do if I have my Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula number 2. And I think, yes, I'm letting that just fall down. Why not? It's slow moving stuff. Let's take this paint and put it here. And that paint, and put, whoops, that was a mistake. I hate those tails. Let's see what happens when I stick a skewer in there. Because I can always wreck a few things. That's kind of neat. There are other colors showing up. This is not what I would refer to as a typical bloom, or probably not a bloom at all, to tell you the truth. But I'm going to take what's on my spatula and what's in my tray and sort of touch the paint next to it and expect that some of it will transfer. And then I'll do what I do with my regular paintings and stick my finger in the gap. I should call this not a blooming thing. I am dripping all over the place. I do have some really nice colors. I am going to take the paint that's falling down the sides, put some of it in a gap, but keep knocking the rest of it off for now. I've had that white paint in that bucket so long, I don't really care. It's sort of been dealt with. But I could still swipe, and I'm not completely convinced I don't want to do that. I gotta get the paint off my hands. Please excuse me. Oh, it is cold in here. My water bucket is cold. So that would have been my swipe card. Do I want to swipe with some black? I could probably use one of my little swipe cards and grab a small container like that. That looks a lot thicker than it used to be. Let's try some thinner stuff. Let's make sure something comes out. Nothing's coming out. Alright, well, I've got some black. And I've got a place that needs extra paint I just found. Cool. So that did not really, although it is slowly, I could definitely add some more Floetrol to that. I gotta be careful of those little trails. I don't like those little trails. But I do like dragging a little piece of acetate across the top of things. With some black paint on it. Whether it makes cells or not is not that important to me. What other color would I like in there? My brain is like, I really still like the turquoise that I've got. I like this lighter green turquoise. Let's see what happens. If anything. Well, I've got a flower. I just got no cells at all. I think it's time to reconfigure my mixtures, because otherwise they're going to get wasted. What else do I want to... You know, maybe I ought to just go back to my favorite color. I've actually got some of this magenta. It's a cell activator. That's probably not where I should have put it, but that's where I wanted it. And I'm kind of just having a good time painting and not worried too much about whether I'm blooming anything. Oh my goodness, look at that. Hey. Well, now we know which one works the best for making cells. And that's the magenta from Golden. Oh wait, if I'm going to use any cell activator again, I kind of want some white back here. I'm thinking maybe some green would be nice. But I wanted some of that negative space back in here. I love experimenting on things that might be considered not quite what they should be. That's the perfect opportunity. No, little tail again. I think it's time for a clean skewer too. Or at least a cleaner skewer. Try and fake that out. Pretty good at that a lot of times. I do like waggling. Waggling is fun. I want some lighter green. That's all there is to it. And I think I'm going to use some more of that magenta over here on that turquoise flower that's... See what happens. We got some pretty cells and a gorgeous little flower. Cool. And this stuff just went crazy all by itself. I'm not minding what's happening here at all anymore. I am going to cover that little trail, little paint trail, with some blue because I can. So if you weren't successful with your blooms and you've got a bunch of paint kicking around, stir it up good. I want to call this video Shake, Rattle, and Roll. because I spent like an hour shaking these paints. I think I'm going to have some more of the purple flash over here. I think if I had shaken it, I would be a lot happier. Sometimes you get something interesting by just going with the flow. Pun intended. So if you learned something, good for you. I don't know what I was teaching. I was just using some paint, and now I have a mess to clean up. I should probably try and zoom in on that a little bit, because there are some cool things happening in there. I'm not sure I'm exactly done with that. She pulled the purple, excuse me, pulled the orange out. There's the gold. I know this was a mango. I've got 2 minutes to tell you guys that I do sell my artwork, and my email address is the way to reach me, and it's underneath the video. I like the yellow in there. And that is a mango from Color Art Primary Elements. I'm not sure if I'll get to keep it. I'm not sure about this paint, any of this paint, actually. Makes controlled experiments kind of tough. So I love you guys. There's over 91,000 people subscribed here. And should you want to find another video, please feel free to look on my YouTube channel. There's 1,800 videos organized by the 100 and by playlists and genres. It's a little scattered, but it was fun. Thank you for joining me. Check out my Teespring clothing below the video, and if you ever want to see any of my designs, as all over print leggings or all over print t-shirts, or even added to fineartamericanpixels.com, just ask me. The link tree underneath the video is where you'll find the email underneath that. And I do give classes at the house in Spring Hill, Florida. Not for bloom technique, though. Not yet, anyway. Not for by a long shot. I have Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links. Please like my videos. Give me a thumbs up. Really helps. Please share my videos if you get a chance. I really, really appreciate that. Watch them longer helps also. And your comments keep my morale boosted. If you are interested in possibly winning the monthly drawing, make a donation through PayPal or Patreon. You can find the channel you can find my channel banner on the bottom right-hand corner. You can find the icons for PayPal and Patreon. I prefer PayPal. Thank you for the wonderful comments that have kept my morale boosted, distracted. On my link tree, you're going to find the Amazon link where you can shop there at no added cost to you, and it helps me out, and I really appreciate it. I want some orange or some red in there, and I've got some of this color. I'm not sure if it's a good idea yet or not. I'm pretty sure it's not. Okay then. Good thing I shook all these up before I started, huh? Well, I got some cells there. I'm just not sure I like the color of them at all. Got a couple spirals. I gotta lift my skewer so I don't get those trails. I will see you guys anon. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida, at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery. This may be on Paint Adventures. I will tell you guys that on the Linktree link you're going to find Facebook groups. Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group is for students. Expressionist Art Studio Gallery fans and collectors will show you the albums of artworks that I have edited for YouTube, from YouTube. And Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Totes and More has a Shop Now button that'll take you to Pixel